Hi there. This is a quick video talking about two different situations but both include the idea that you're just going to use a Moodle course as a place to show marks. So you're not going to load resources or have students hand in anything to be graded necessarily in Moodle. All you want to do is have a place to put those grades that students can see them. So right now I have a course. It has no resources in it. I've set up a weekly course, so it's showing dates, but there are no handouts. There's no assignments created whatsoever. If you go over on the left-hand side, partway down, you should see a place where you can click and go see grades. And what should open, well, one of two things will open. Either a grader report will open or something called a user report will open. Depending where you were last, it tries to take you where it thinks you need to go. So either way, this drop box at the top lets you switch between the two. A grader report shows you what you typically expect to see. You're going to see your students down the left-hand side, and then there will, under course total, there will be a grade, and then there will be columns for other grades if you're going to show or include all of those, which I'll talk about some more in a second. The user report is what a student will see, and I will show you what that looks like in a minute as well, once we have something in there to actually look at. I'm going to show you one other thing. Now, I said you'll see your students on the left in the grader report. You have to add your students to the Moodle course, or you can't give grades to the students, obviously. To do that, at the top left, under the main menu in Moodle, you see there are some common videos that people have asked for there that they need on most often. One of those is how to enroll students. That's how you go ahead and get your students in. So I'm not going to cover that again here. So once you have students in, and you want to put some grades in. And actually, let me be smart about this, because right now there's only one student and that's not going to really show you what this looks like. Add that one and that one. All right, so now I have a few students in my class, and I'm going to go back to my grades. And you want to be in your grader report view if all you're going to do is put in a course total grade all the time. So that means you're doing all of the calculations yourself in a spreadsheet or by hand somewhere, which I think is crazy, but some of you want to do that, and that's your choice. To enter just a grade in this course total column, at the top right where it says turn editing on, click on that, and you're going to see these boxes go live, and I can go ahead and I could type in, and I just hit enter is what I did there at the end. You can click save changes. It does the same thing. And there, those students have grades. So now in their user reports, let's go see what test student sees. So in user report, if you want to see what a student's user report looks like, on the right, you can choose a user, and I'm going to choose test student. And what test student would see is that percentage, because that's all we've given is an overall mark. And they can see that. They cannot see anybody else's. Only anybody with a non-student role in the course can see more than that overall grade. So that's all there is to that. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to make those go away. I'm going to save. Oh, and it still thinks those are overridden. Hang on, I got to be fancier than that. And get us back to where we were. So we've got a grade book and nothing set up. If I go into my grader report, there's my test students with nothing, and I'm actually going to turn editing off. So there it is. They've got no grades to see because I've given them nothing. If you want to have Moodle do your math for you, that's also easy to do. So if you're just going to punch in an overall grade, you don't have to keep watching from here. But right here is where we're going to start. What if I want it to do the math? Instead of grader report, go into Gradebook setup. And here it is. Now, a couple of things that you want to do. No, we'll start a different way. Add grade item. So let's say you know you're going to have 4 major assignments. So I'm going to say add grade item, and I'm going to get really fancy, and I'm going to call this assignment 1, and I'm not going to type anything else. I'm just going to say save changes, and it's going to say okay, and I'm going to add a grade item, and I'm going to say I also need assignment 2, and I'm going to continue. If you are really like computers or whatnot, under edit at the side beside any of those, you could just hit duplicate, and you see what it's doing there. It's going copy, copy. So you're still going to have to go in and edit those. but somebody will do it. So there, now you know what that means. So this would be 3. And this one's going to be 4. And if you notice, there are weights set up here, because let's say you've got 4 assignments and you know the first one is worth 10% of your course. You know, this next one's worth 25, and you know, this one's worth 25, and that last one's a major project and it's worth 40. And I hit save. There those are. Now I'm going to go back to my grader report. And now I can see those are all there. So this is if you want to have it grade for you. Now I've done a couple of things in doing that, and I should back up and show you just in case, because somebody's going to ask. But wait. When I made those assignments, I changed nothing. So that leaves the maximum grade at 100. That means I'm intending to enter everything as percents. And that's how I've always functioned. You don't have to. You could set your maximum grade to be whatever your assignment's out of. So if it's out of 17, you could have it out of 17. Then trust the math. Your weights is going to make sure that it's worth the right amount in the course. Then when you need to enter marks for that, I'm going to go back to my grader report. I'm going to turn my editing on. Let's say I've taken assignment 1 in from them, I have them graded, and I want to go ahead and enter the grades for that assignment. So I turned editing on. Under assignment 1, I entered those values. I hit save changes. And notice my course total updates, because it goes, oh, we have something to work with now. I could turn editing off if I want. This is what it's going to look like when I come in. Now I want to do, oh, I've graded assignment 2. Turn editing on. Go into assignment 2. And I'm entering percents, remember, because I told it the maximum grade is 100. Save changes. Notice it changes my course totals. Now, what if? So I'm going to go back to setup for a second. What if I don't feel like figuring out the percents? I know that assignment 3, when I make it, I know that when I grade that, it ends up out of 25. And I set my maximum grade to be 25. I can do that. Okay, see the difference? Under max grade, it's 25. Here's the other difference. When I go to enter grades for assignment 3, if I enter 50 and 78 and who knows what, here, let's go 90 and hit enter, all of a sudden you're going to see your grades all wonky. Why? Because these are out of 25. And if I were to go show a student their user report right now, they have 200% in assignment 3. And that's oh crap, I set that to be out of 25. So these should have been their marks out of 25, not their marks at the percent. And I hit save, and now their grades will all be right again. And now if test student goes and looks at their user report, there's their grades on each activity, and there's the percent. Hope that helps you out. If there's anything that this video is missing or you want another video, holler, let me know.